Hey Eurovision fans, it's Tom Cunty from Shanghai, back for another Eurovision reaction video. Tonight I'm going to be reacting to the new song by Emma Muscat, I Am What I Am. She's representing Malta in Eurovision 2022. I'm going to listen, react and see how this could do in Turin. So, let's kiki. As always, you can use the progress bar if you want to skip straight to my reaction. It's usually after 3 or 4 minutes. And my predictions on how this will do are usually at the end of the video. Malta in Eurovision. Okay, you know I have had a rocky relationship with Malta. They used to be my least favorite country in the competition for a long time. Until they had their renaissance, where they built up this relationship with Borislav Milanov. They had Chameleon, which I thought was absolutely brilliant. That was my first ever Maltese song to be in my personal top 10 ever. And then he also wrote with them in 2020 with All of My Love, with Destiny, which I also thought was great and a gorgeous music video. And then last year, Destiny again, Je Me Casse. Now, look, some stuff happened with Je Me Casse that was not the best moment for the Maltese delegation. There were allegations that they were betting on themselves to bump themselves up in the odd, and that they were just, which is not illegal, but is clearly strange and a not really legitimate way to build hype for your song. The net result being that Je Me Casse was hyped as a winner, when really it was actually a Melfest reject song that had a very good rhythm. I thought the song was good. I admit readily that the hype influenced me. It's hard when the song is favorite and you want to like it and you're watching it. I actually did like the song. I downloaded it, I listened to it around 30-40 times. I think it coming 7th was very accurate. For me, that was a proper placing for it. I don't think they were screwed over. I think that's the correct result. I think they need to try and win without resorting to those kind of like underhand tactics. I think they're better than that. Being 6th definitely screwed them over a bit. I just don't think it was enough to have made a difference that they would have won. Possibly up a place or two, obviously a better score. Their total vote points were probably a little bit too low. We had Malta Fest this year. Yeah, a lot of songs, too many. One person had 5 songs. Aiden Kassar had 5 songs submitted. Cyprian Kassar had 5 songs submitted. 10 songs from 2 people is ridiculous. They should have edited it down. It should have been 5 or 6 songs probably at max. Maximum 10 if you... In any case, Emma Muscat won with her song Out of Sight. Honestly, I can't remember the song at all. I thought it was god-awful. I thought it was so incredibly dull. So I'm glad that she's done a revamp. If your song is not that great and it's not doing well and it's not going to do, why not send a new song? They have it written into their contracts. Iralasko did it in 2016. Her song, I think it was like Chameleon or Butterfly or something. And then they changed it to Walk on Water, which did much better. I believe it was top 10. I think it came 10th. If your song isn't good, get a new one. Yeah, brilliant. I love it. I love that flexibility and willing to accept criticism and just being realistic. Okay, in any case, this is a song, I believe this is a leak. If I'm listening to the wrong thing, then I'll just have to redo this whole video. Anyway, this relationship with Borislav Milanov that they had before, they couldn't continue because he's still not back in the competition. I heard a rumor that this was going to be written by him. I don't know, there's no way for me to look it up, but I will think I'll be able to tell if he's one of the writers. I think that's probably fake news. This is Emma Muscat, I Am What I Am. Wanna know my secret fan? Okay, she's very gorgeous. Okay, it's a little bit pacier. Okay, definitely already better than the last one. You got some clicking, that's okay. Okay, this isn't Borislav Milanov. It sounds very Maltese. Yeah, it's a bit middle of the road, isn't it? Oh, okay. Yes. Oh, I like this mix up now after that first chorus. Yeah. Oh, okay, this is growing on me now. I still think it sounds a bit generic pop. There's a lot of checklist pop things in it. I'm gonna look it up now. I'm gonna be naughty and look up what semi they're in right away. Oh, they're in the semi-def. Okay. Definitely need a new song if it's semi-def. Yeah, it does sound like a song from MGP or Melfest. Maybe one that kind of like might qualify from a semi-final. This second chorus is much better when they add in that extra drum and backing music. Yeah, there's just elements of that are very cliche. Like the kind of choir coming in and the clapping. I knew, you know what, I should have predicted, I knew the clapping was coming. I knew it. I was literally just about to say the clapping was coming. It's very cliche. It's good though. It's not all bad. It's upbeat. It's better than the last song by a mile. Oh man, a double clap. Oh god. I know a lot of people are going to like this though in the community. It does pander to a Eurovision community. General public, I don't know. Does have some anthemic feels towards the end. Yeah, I think it'll be a little bit harsh. It's decent. It's decent. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I was a tiny bit harsh there. It's the reason I was being critical of some of the things is just like, oh man, because they had some good ideas there, and then I'm not saying that they ruined it, but it just felt, oh, there were so many obvious cliches that they just kind of bundled and they just couldn't resist themselves. And I knew that they're coming. I knew the slow cap was coming. I knew that the choir, the gospel choir, was going to come in. It's just. Yeah, it's just that stuff has been done 500 times. It just really dates the song and it just makes it feel less authentic. But the energy in it I like, and I like that double chorus. That second part of the double chorus is good. It's earwormy and very accessible and has quite a broad appeal. There's nothing groundbreaking in this, but for me, it's miles and miles and miles. But I cannot remember anything from the first time at all. I just can't remember it. It was so forgettable. She's a gorgeous girl. That's not going to hurt. She's very popular in Italy from what I know. Is Italy voting in this semi? No, so that's not really relevant. Unfortunately, Malta don't really get much help. Their qualification record actually isn't that bad. They're sitting at 54%. So like, it does look half the time they get in. And they're on a 2 qualification streak. Nothing was geographically different then. So they managed to sneak their way through. I think it was safe to say that Out of Sight had absolutely and utterly zilch chance whatsoever. Lamb to the slaughterhouse. But this feels like it's got a fighting chance. I feel like they've given themselves something to work with. I just wish they didn't have all that kind of stereotypical stuff in it. But look, this is an improvement. They've had a very short time to write the song and produce it, so I'm not expecting them to kind of reinvent music in such a short period of time. I really like that they have brought a new song. So big props to them for that. I do want to get across. I really admire that they're willing to say, look, Out of Sight wasn't going to work. Let's bring in a new song. I really do think that's great. So I don't want to be all negative. I think she's a good performer as well. I'm assuming she's a good performer because probably she wouldn't have won if she wasn't decent. I didn't actually watch the show. For a small country, short period of time, I think that this is a very decent effort. So I'm not going to download this. I think it will sit somewhere between my 20s and 30s in the end. But who knows? There are also songs that you don't expect to like when you listen to them the first time, and then they somehow manage to grow. I remember Finland with Axel. I remember listening to thinking, oh my God, this is generic as F, and it ended up almost getting into my top 10. It really grew on me. I ended up really enjoying it. So that can happen. This is only my first reaction. It is not my final reaction. But yeah, Malta needs to nail the staging. Maybe get something a little bit different. Oh, I don't know if they've got great staging. I have to make Chameleon staging wasn't great. Emma Muscat wasn't that great either. I think they need to bring in some external help for their staging. I think they need to get they just need a bit of help. Did they have Sacha Jean-Baptiste last year? I don't think so. I don't know who did their staging. If you know who did their staging last year, let me know. I think that's something we need to discuss is who did their staging. I don't know. I don't associate Malta with good staging, honestly. They've got something to work with. There's a bit of potential there. They need to bring in someone really to elevate the crap out of this. And I think then they've got a shot. But that second semi is a semi of death. They are in the second half of it though. No, they aren't. They're in the first half. In the first half, the semi of death. I don't know. It's going to be so hard to be memorable. Look how many memorable songs are in that first half. Australia, Azerbaijan are going to bring. Cyprus, Finland with like the only rock song we're getting. Georgia being weird and wonderful. Israel are going to be over the top. San Marino, rocky as well. So it's not the only rock song, but like a different type of rock. Serbia with their like very divisive piece. They need to somehow stand out because maybe just being normal is enough to stand out, but I don't know. This second semi is brutal and they've gone from being a lamb into a sheep. Now they need to put this sheep into a big glittery costume with a makeover and Botox and a facelift and lots of Dior and Gucci and dripping and crystals. And that's what they need to do to qualify. Okay, that's what I think about I Am What I Am, which may hopefully be the song for Malta this year. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And thanks so much for watching. I'm seeing another Eurovision reaction video very soon. Goodbye.